Let's get this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now we got a positive wire, heavy duty cable right here going across. Just to make it easy for us, we're going to take this off. We're going to take this nut off, bring it to the side, and we're going to wrap that up. Put some electrical tape on it just in case it touches something. Then we're going to get the injector rail up out of there, get the harness, and get this done. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, the first thing you want to do is just like I said earlier. Now you can probably get the rail out of there without taking it off, but this is for ease. So what I got a 3/4 inch socket, 3/8 drive, shallow, or you can use a 19 millimeter. Let's take this off. Now, before I take it off though completely, let me go get the electrical tape and get a pry bar also. Electrical tape and pry bar. We'll come right back. All right, we're back. Let's take this off. Let's put our nut back on it. Now be careful, don't let this touch nothing ground. That is going directly to the battery. So get over and wrap this up. And you can use a rag, a glove. I've used gloves too. All right. Good to go. And what we're going to do here is back this up. We're going to swing this over to the side. Just find anything. We're going to be replacing this too. So what I'll do, I think I'm just going to put a little tape around it, or a wire tie would be better. Just wrap it up like that. Now that's out of the way. Now, next step, we got a little connector right here. See a little clip right there? Just push that in and pick that, unplug it, just like that. And you got one up under here also. Now it looks like, now this might, you guys see the little clip right there. So just push that clip in and unplug it, and that one's out of the way. Now this injector rail has some bolts right up under this harness, but to get to them we gotta take the harness off. So let's get our pry bar. That's right, pry bar. And I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Set this camera up. Alright, and we'll be right back. Alright, now what you're gonna do, I got a long pry bar here. Now these injector clips, the harness is snapped onto these injectors by little clips, not like these. So what you gotta do is get your pry bar in there, and you gotta be very careful and just pry. Take your time. Pry up on that harness. There you go, you got the harness out of the way. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is get to the 4 bolts that's holding down this injector rail. And as you can see how this one's leaking over here already. That's why I got the whole set. You know, I want to make sure. So what you got 4 bolts here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like about 10 millimeter bolts. And actually, wait a minute, there's a clip here missing off one of these injectors. So if this injector, there's little retainers that keeps the injector in place, this one is missing. And this one's falling off. Hope I can find that. You know, that's why some guys, you can't let work on your car, man. You just can't do it. What's this? I got vacuum hoses down here and everything. All right, let's go get, looks like about 10 millimeter. Let's go get our socket and get this up. Be right back. Okay, I got 10 millimeter deep 3/8 drive ratchet socket. We'll break all 4 of these loose first. Then go ahead and take them out. And be very careful because you don't want to drop these down in there like I just did, but I see it right there. I'm gonna get my little magnet and get that up. Okay. Got a little vacuum hose here. Let's see if I can leave it on. Now, I should be able to pull this up just like that. Got a lot of gas going all over the place. You know, and this shouldn't have pulled up like this. Those retainers should have kept that in place, but they didn't, which I'm very surprised. There we have it. Now we can see our injectors. Now let me go get a marker so we can mark the ones we're going to replace. All right, be right back. All right, now I said I wanted to change number 4 and number 2, so I'm going to see, I'm going to put little marks on that one and on number 2, because those are the ones we're going to change. And the rest of them, just change the seals. So what we're gonna do is just, you know, let's take these rings, let's take these snap, these little retainers, let's take them off so we don't lose these any kind of way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A bunch of stuff. There it is. Number 6. Okay, we got all 6 of them. Put them on the back of the truck. And what we're gonna do is just twist the injectors like this. Just twist them and pull them right out. Okay, we got all 6 injectors out while I'm over here. Let me get that 4th bolt. It's holding down the injector rail. Yeah, forget that. I'm gonna get a magnet. Alright, let me set these on the back of the truck. You can see we got our injectors. And I'm gonna bring the camera over to the back so we can do these and put them all together. Put the new rings on them and all. Alright? Take my gloves off. And what I'm going to do here I should have blew that out, put some air, compressed air, and blew all that out, because you can see there's a lot of stuff down there. But I'm not gonna blow it out yet because I don't want to get nothing down in that intake. There's all the nut over there in the corner, so I'm gonna get a magnet and get that out of there. And as you can see, over here, back of the truck, we got our injectors, and I don't know which number that one is, but that's one of the ones we're changing. And where's the other one? There it is. Good thing, man. There it is right there. Alright, we're gonna be changing those two, and we're gonna be putting new seals on the other four. After we're gonna clean that up a little bit. Alright, so let's set our camera back up here and get it set up over there by the back of the truck, and we'll be back. Alright, let me see. Let me make sure you can get a good look at this. And I'll make sure I'll be on the other side. Now, here's our two bad ones over here. I'll put those to the side. Now to the other one, this sun is like really in the way. Alright. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to be changing that O-ring and that O-ring on those four right there. Okay, and here's our new injectors and our new O-ring sets. And you know, I don't know if this is in a good position or not. We're gonna have to move this, get this out of this sun a lot. All right, be right back. All right, looks like that's the best way possible. All right, first thing we want to do, got some white lithium grease. Got our clips right here. Got our 4 injectors that we are changing. The first thing we want to do is let's grab an injector, get us a pick. And actually you can tell, and look at that O-ring, you can tell how it's worn on the sides. It's just not, you know, rounded. So I'm going to take a pick. I almost stabbed the mess out of myself. And take off the O-rings. And pay attention that this one goes to the bottom. And then we got one at the top. Alright. Now on these O-ring kits, they come with 3. So you gotta match the 2 up that took off the injector with the new ones. And it looks like we have a real skinny one, so I can see that one right there. And then we have this black one, looks like more of the size of that one right there. So we're not gonna be using the brown one. So at least now I know. So I'll put this back in there, and I can continue taking off the other O-rings. Now, if you're gonna if one of your injectors go bad, you definitely want to get the kit and change all these O-rings to avoid any kind of leaks. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I had to, well, not me, one of my associates, we just had to ban somebody else from our site. Listen, I don't know why go to somebody's page to make a negative comment? If you don't like what they do, stay away from it and just keep it moving. Simple as that. All right, now as you can see, I'm taking a rag and cleaning off the ends of the injector. Just, I guess you don't have to, but I like to keep it clean. Okay, so now we got all 4 of them cleaned up. And make sure we're still good on the battery and all. Yeah, we are. So let's open up our kits. Let's get these old O-rings off to the side. Now let's open up our kits. Alright, move our boxes to the side. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my gloves off because, you know, I don't want any of this dirt and all to get on these rings or nothing like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get me a razor blade and I'm going to start cutting these pouches open. Instead of me trying to sit here and rip them all up. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. Razor blade. Okay. Push that to the side. Now I'll take off my gloves. Now we know we're using the skinny ones. I'm going to go to the bottom. In fact, let's get all these out of here. Like this one's. Okay. You can definitely tell the difference of the sizes, so you definitely don't have to worry about getting them all confused up. And okay. Now on the top one, we got one of our old ones right there. We match them up. We try to match them up together. Go to the sizes. Now going to the side, let me show you something here. Now looking at the size of these like this, if I had to go by thickness, even though this one is kind of flat and worn out, I don't know, I might go with the brown one now because that one looks a little thicker. But when you go that way, it looks a little bit too thick, and then it looks like we have to go with the black one. So I'm gonna go with the black one. So, okay, let's take off new O-rings. Put them on the top half of the injectors. And there we have it. Now we got two new injectors over here. And they're going to go on cylinders number 4 and 2. And actually, you can see they actually have the black injectors up there already. There we have it. All right. The next thing we're going to do here. Let's go back over here to the car. And we're going to take our rag here. And what I want you to do, you might want to get a screwdriver or something, and just wipe out the holes over there. I am going to get a little screwdriver and I just want to clean that out, get all that dirt out of there, make sure these injectors go in with no problem. Oh yeah, and I gotta get a magnet. I keep saying that, man. Gotta get a magnet. Okay. Alright, so let me go get a magnet and get a screwdriver. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna clean one of these, and then you're gonna do the rest yourself. Alright, be right back. Alright. got my handy dandy trusted magnet right here. Let's go over there and get that bolt out of there. Gonna set it up back here with the other ones. And I got a little screwdriver. So what I'm gonna do is set the rag over the hole, and I'm just gonna take each one of them and wipe it out, get the dirt. Now try and be careful. That's plastic, so don't let that. You can see we got a lot of dirt over here. Don't let that screwdriver go in there and scratch that thing up, man. Or it's a possibility of it causing a leak. All right, get the other two done, and join back over to the injectors. All right, pair back. All right, we cleaned it out. We're back over at our injectors. Now, what I want you to do now is white lithium. You just want a dab, just a dab, not even that much. Just gonna go around the injector. This is gonna help with installation. Make sure it don't, and remember, just on the O-ring part. All right, and just a little tad bit. We're gonna do all our injectors, just so we can make sure the injectors do slide into the intake and onto the injector rail. It won't bind up, crink, or anything. And again, just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to set the camera up over by the car, and we're going to start putting these injectors in. Okay. Alright, we got it set up, and I'll be right back with the injectors. Okay, what we're gonna do here, so I can show you guys how this is. We're gonna put the injectors on the rail first, because what I'm gonna do is, so you got the top of the injector, and you got these clips that hold it into place. Where we at? Yeah. So I need to show you how to put these on, so this thing don't leak on you. So we're going to put them on the rail first, and then push the whole rail down into the intake. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna do 2 injectors for you, and we're doing this at close range so you can see how these fit. Now the first thing we're gonna do, you got the injector rail here, so we want to, matter of fact, let me get this clip out of my hand before I drop it. You want to put the injector in, twist it until it pops up into the rail, just like that. Now on these injectors, they got little grooves on them right there. That's exactly where these retainers slide into. Push the retainers in, and that's crooked because that ain't going in the way I want it to. Let me get a screwdriver, and there we go, it came out. And there it is. All right, you see how the gap on that lined up with the railing. So now we know that one is in. Let me get one more, and being that we're doing cylinder number 2 now, we're gonna be getting a new injector. So let me get the new injector and show you that. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Number 2, and it's one of our new injectors. Again, let me put this clip to the side, and we're gonna get that injector up in there like that. And Now there's 2 rings on this. Don't try not to get it to that bottom ring, and you'll never be able to reach it. There's a ring right there in the injector. So that's what you want to go for. Lock that into place. And you notice how the clips is exactly lined up with the fuel rail, flat. And you want to make sure your injector is facing right out to you. Alright, that's 2 of them. You go ahead and get the rest of them in. The one in the back is a little complicated to get to, but it'll be okay. And that's why we're doing this now, so you can see it and it's easier to get there. Then we're going to push the whole thing down. Alright, so let's get those in and we'll be right back. Okay, you can see we got all our injectors in here. Number 4 and number 2 is brand new. Now we're going to set them down into the intake. So what you want to do is you want to set it down, set the whole rail, and you want to make sure all your injectors are going down at the same time. And, you know, wiggle, and they'll go right down in there. Okay, once we get that in, let's get our 4 10mm bolts. Get them lined up in there, and it figures it's gonna give me a... Okay, to get them just started. Now you want to make sure that your injectors are all, before you tighten these bolts down, make sure that all the injectors are facing right towards you. So you might have to turn some just a little bit, because your harness right here, you see how your harness is made, so they got to be, I mean, right there. So let's get our last bolt on, the one that's difficult way in the back. Alright, now let's get our 10mm socket, and what we're going to do is start from the center one, just turn it until it stops. So you want to bring all 4 down at the same time. Then we'll tighten them up. Alright, now let's get ready to put this harness on. Alright, we'll be right back. Now, you see these plugs right here? These are injector plugs. You notice how the plug part, how it's made like a concave inward? That's the reason why we're doing that, is because when we go back down and put this harness down, you got clips right here, and these clips holds on to the injectors. So as we push them in, that retainer will widen up and it'll come back into place and snap right on the injectors. But you got to make sure that these are put down all evenly, or you're going to have a misfire just like we did when we checked this car out earlier. All right, so let's get that done. Right back. All right, got the camera set up. What we're going to do here, now remember, make sure your injectors are all facing outward. We're going to bring our harness over. Yeah, I don't know why. I think this should have been up under now. Okay, I can go right there. Okay, we want to put all our inject, make sure they're all lined up. You heard that? That's how you know we're clicking right into place. Let's look like this harness is all messed up right here. This harness is actually supposed to be out here, like this. All of them into place. Then we're gonna go ahead and put our connect our sensors back again. And over here. And so we can look up under there and we can see all of them plugged right down into place. Yeah. Just like I said, you'll hear them snap. Let's hook up our actuator over here. All right. Now, the next thing is go take off our tape over there and bring that wire back to the side. So, over here like this. Bring it back over. Okay, so take off our tape. And again, this is a 19 millimeter or 3/4. So get our fiber out of the way. We're gonna leave our tools up under here. All right. So let's get that tightened down and we'll be right back. Okay, now what we're going to do now, so let's get the cork. What we're going to do is cut the key on and off and let some pressure build up inside of there. Okay, I got the key on, I shut it on and cut it off. I want to make sure we're not leaking no gas. And then we can get ready to start this up. Alright, right back. Alright, let's start this vehicle up. Make sure everything's good. Well, looks like we won't be starting up. Looks like his battery's dead. And when we first looked at this vehicle before, he had a charge on it, so he must have got a weak battery. But I'm gonna put this all back to cover, the cover back on and all. We know it's not leaking. We checked that and all. So let's get that all back together. Then we'll be right back.